We're here to help.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, am I speaking with Rita? This is Hazel calling from the corporate office at.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yes, it is. I am doing well, thank you.
Wonderful. I hear that you had an issue with one of our hosts' properties.
I did have an issue with one of the hosts, and the host tried to make it out of something about something that it wasn't about. And it got a little bit contentious.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Can you tell me what happened in your own words so that I can understand it fully?
Sure. So I was, just to give context, the town that I rented the house in, I just moved out of that town 3 months ago, I'm sorry.
Which town was that, if you don't mind?
That's in Hudson, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's Hudson,
And,
Massachusetts is where this property looks like it's in Hudson, Massachusetts.
Yes. And I had
okay.
just moved out of the town, but I had some business to complete in town. So I had been looking for places to stay rather than, I couldn't stay with any friend, but I don't like to be crashing on people when they have children. You know, people have their space, and they would have been more than happy to accommodate me for a week. And I was finishing some training in town.
Oh, you
So I
sound
needed to
lovely. I'm
come
sure
back
they
for
would have
3
been
months.
delighted.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have been a big deal to stay with any of them, but I just don't like, no, I didn't want to impose on anybody. So
No.
in advance, I rented 3 properties. One of them turned out to be a little too far away. I wanted to stay as close to the venue as possible so that I could walk to it and not have to worry about parking. So just setting the stage. I lived in that town for almost 40 years. So I sold my house and retired only an hour and a half away, but I did retire, moved out of that town. So just setting the stage that I took my time to find properties that would put me at a distance that would allow me to get to my meetings, because my meetings would start at 8:00 in the morning. So I wanted to be close to where I was going. So let's table that for 1 second. I have been a small short-term rental host myself for 2.5 years in the home that I actually just moved into. So I'm very familiar with the rules and regulations of Airbnb. I've tried hosting on my own, but while I was trying to deal with this transition, I used Vacasa for some period of time. So Vacasa was working directly with, but I was very hands-on with the customers, even working with Vacasa. So in the event of different types of situations and whatnot, if Vacasa needed me and we needed to do anything to accommodate the guests, I was on it. So A, I'm a consumer of products, and B, I've also been on the hosting side of the house. First month we get there to Hudson, and we came to the first. I was pretty shocked with the condition of the house itself, but the host was very gracious. She went out of her way to accommodate us. Like I didn't check to verify the size of the bed, for example, and it was a queen size bed, and it was a full size bed, so it was a little too small. But she did everything you can imagine to make us comfortable in a house that was needs love and care.
Miss Torres, am I to understand you rented 3 properties, but not for the same dates?
No, for 3 different months. I had to come back in March, April, April, May, and June. I had to come back to Hudson.
Okay.
So I had a rental for April, a rental for May, and a rental for June. The one in May I had to cancel because it was just too far away. After I came in May and I realized what it would take to get to my class, I had to cancel that one. So you'll see in that time frame that I have a cancellation in one of them for the Framingham. It just put me too far away. I thought I could wing it, but after I came to the training, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be possible. So fast forward now to June, the last month, and normally
were you at the what? May I ask what institution that you were trying to be near?
Oh, finishing yoga training.
Okay.
And it's
Go
an
ahead.
intense 3-day weekend where you're there from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. And you arrive on Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you go straight, all the way down to 8-10 o'clock at night. And I was coming in, I was the only person commuting in, and it took me an hour and a half to get from where I am to get to the town of Hudson.
Okay.
So I would leave earlier in the day so that I could get other business done while I was in town before I went to class.
Okay.
So I was going to in downtown Hudson. So I wanted to be at quick
Right.
driving distance or walking distance. So the first property I stayed in was driving distance, really like 6 or 7 minutes down the road. Again, did I mention that I lived in that town for 40 years? I'm very familiar with the town.
No,
extremely familiar with the town. I know the people in town hall. Some of the managers of town hall were my neighbors and knew my dog, all my dogs,
Did
and
you have
my
your
son.
dog with you?
Pardon me?
Did you have your dog with you?
No, my dog passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So this particular host, unlike any other host, leading up to the date in June, this was in June, I barely heard from her.
Okay.
Barely heard from her. Normally I would hear from the host, you're getting ready to come here, and I would do the same thing. Is there anything you want to know? Is there anything we can help you with? And you can see a lot of the conversations going on within my profile, because those don't go away. Barely heard from this girl. And she actually, I don't know if she lives in Hudson. I don't know if she's on the west coast. I don't know what it is, but she has a very long delay for answering.
Okay.
So I did
good.
ask her for an early check-in, which she denied. Now, I was disappointed, but not upset, if that makes sense.
Understood.
Because did I mention I lived in that town for 40 years? All I had to do, and that's exactly what I did, was I dropped my bags off at my ex-neighbor's house.
You did
Said,
not
"Can you
mention
hold on to
that.
these so that they're not cooking in the car?" But I had explained this to the host. The other thing that I explained to the host was, I am going to arrive early. I'll park my car in the property so that I can walk over to school and not have to worry about parking downtown. It's very difficult to park downtown. My husband, however, will be arriving at around 6 o'clock. To which she said to me, I can't give you the code until after 3 o'clock. And I'm like, that's fine. I won't be able to receive it because once I go into my meetings, I shut my phone. Like, I can't look at my phone anymore because I'm focusing on my class. I said it would be very important to me if, before 3 o'clock, you give me the code. I'm not going to go into the house, but so I can give it to my husband so when he drives in at 6 o'clock, he can come into the apartment. And I know this is a long story, so I don't know if you're tracking. I never got the code from her.
So where did you end up sleeping?
So I never got the code from her. So that was problem number one. I was okay. I told her, it's fine. It's okay. I understand the rules. The rules are there. Each host has their rules. I understand perfectly if you don't want to grant me an early access, but I still need the code.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
What was the name of the host that you have?
Let me look it up. I would have to go into my
because
system to look her up.
I have a name. I have a host by the name of Michelle Grasso, and it looks like she is the owner.
No, Michelle Grasso is Michelle Grasso is the owner of.
No, she's the owner of that property also.
Michelle is the owner of that property?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God! Then I can just talk to Michelle about this.
Yeah, she's the one who owns the property that you were renting.
Oh my God, then I'll go talk to Michelle about all of this. Michelle Grasso is actually the owner of.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh my God.
Do you know her husband? It looks like it has the name of her husband, Alex Grasso.
Oh my God, I know Michelle. I adore Michelle. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I actually, while we were speaking, I managed to get her husband on the line. So if you can just hold a quick second, I think he wants to talk to you. If you can hold for one moment, I'm going to get Michelle's husband on the line. One moment.
I actually know him too. I met him during graduation.
Oh, hi. I'm so sorry. Do you have you have a personal relationship with them? Because they told me absolutely under no circumstances did they wish to talk to you about this.
Yes, because we do have a personal relationship. I just graduated so I've been going to Michelle Grasso's yoga studio for years now, and I actually just graduated from her studio.
Okay, because I have a note here from a lady named Karen Mill. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay, Karen Mill is Michelle's business partner, and it looks like, and I had Michelle's husband on the line, and I mentioned I was with, your name is Rita, correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, they told me that you are actually not to stay at their property anymore, and they asked if I could put a ban on your account. So unfortunately, they have quite a few properties with us, so I'm going to have to defer to their wishes.
No, and I can understand that. I don't have a problem with that. And actually now that I know that it's them, I'm like, oh my God, we could have just talked about this and figured something else out.
They don't want to talk to you about it. They didn't want you to know, apparently, that it was them, actually.
Oh no, I'm so heartbroken now. I'm so heartbroken.
I feel bad. They told me they told me, unfortunately, they're going to have to be retracting that yoga graduation certificate as well because of all of this. I don't know what that means.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't know what that means.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's retaliation.
Wow.
Oh my God. So they're going to so let me explain to you then the problem.
Okay.
My problem was with the host. The host name is Anastasia. And my problem was that the host never disclosed that the building was undergoing renovations. That was my only problem there. She never disclosed it. And when I pulled up to the building.
Okay, you know what? This is not right. I'm getting Anastasia's husband on the line. I have him here. This is who. Okay, one moment. I'm going to put you right through. One moment.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, this is Rita.
Oh, hi, sir. This is Hazel from. This is the lady who was renting the Grasso property with the issues that I had messaged over to you.
Oh, she's the one that destroyed the property. Okay, what can I do for you?
I destroyed the property?
That's what you left a mess. On my notes.
I destroyed the property. How did I destroy the property?
Well, first of all, you defecated on the front door.
No, I did not.
Yes.
Oh my God, no, I did not.
After you left, and one of my maintenance guys went over there to inspect it, and that was the first thing.
No, sir, I did not.
Honey, she ruined it. She ruined all of it. She ruined it all.
No. Oh my God. No, not at all. I
think she do drugs, honey. Find out if she on the drugs.
No.
Are you using drugs?
Of course not. Of course not. No.
Yeah, that was the first.
She got the sex party. She got some sex party.
Did you have any parties in the property?
No, I didn't even stay on the property.
Well, why would you rent a property if you don't stay on the property?
Okay, so I arrived at the building.
Right.
I did not realize
Hello.
that the
I sent you hello. I sent you code
Calm
three
down, calm
times.
down.
I sent you the code 3 times. You say you're not getting the code. I sent you the code. But
Yeah,
this
she's saying she
Anastasia.
sent you the code.
I
Go
cannot
look.
find them, and
You go
Airbnb
look, you
could not
dumb
find them
yoga
either.
lady. You go look.
Relax,
But
relax. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! So somebody told Michelle that I defecated in the building?
Well, that's what my maintenance guy found out.
You did. She did. He don't lie. That guy don't lie ever. He been maintenance guy 2 months. He never lie once.
Oh my God! No, well, that is not something I did. It's not
60
something
days.
I would
He
ever
no
do.
lie once, and all of a sudden he lying? No, make no sense. No.
I have
Honey.
lived in this town for almost 40 years.
I have lived
I
in
am
this
in very
town
good
for 6
standing with
months.
people
I am in
and-
very good. Okay, you know what? Let me get cleaner.
I'll bring the maintenance.
Get
Yeah, let
him
me
in.
bring
His
the
name
maintenance
is
guy.
Ronathan. Get him. He
Hold
no
on.
liar.
Oh my
He good.
God.
Let me
He's
put him
a
here.
good man.
Calm
good
down,
man.
calm down. Calm your tits down. Be quiet.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's.
I am so sorry, sir. Let me explain a couple of things. I can tell that she's
Yes, boss.
upset. I
Hey,
am
Cronaton.
actually shocked.
Hello.
Lady, quiet. Now we're gonna explain to the cleaner what happened. This is the lady, the property you went and you found that nasty thing she did in the front door.
Oh, this. Yeah.
That's Rita.
Okay.
And to sex parties.
What can I do for you guys? What do you need?
Sex parties.
Yeah, explain to the cleaner what you did.
Well,
Explain to the
you
cleaner.
had sent me over there after this Rita lady checked out. Was that the name or something?
Rita, yeah.
And after the Rita lady checked out, I went over there. There was poop like right on the doorstep at the entrance, and I went inside.
Do you have photos?
And quiet, ma'am. I went inside, and there was like little, I don't know what they were, but like small plastic like bags, like tiny little plastic bags, and they were all over the floor. There was white powder on the kitchen counter and on the bathroom counter. It looked like someone had had a lot of fast food because there was like McDonald's wrappers, but they had taken the pickles out and just thrown them against the wall. So I had to scrape the pickles off the wall. The bedroom, that was the worst part. I went in there, and it's difficult to explain, but I took off like the sheets of the bed to wash them, and I looked at like the sheet that goes over the mattress, and sort of just the bottom half of the mattress, it looked like someone had thrown like a water balloon or something because it was just wet, like a splash going all over the bed.
Disgusting.
There
Disgusting.
was
Anastasia, quiet.
cigarettes in there. There was cigarettes in there.
Okay, honey bun.
There was used condoms. And the weird thing was I checked, and there was at least 2 people's semen in the one condom, so I don't know if they were sharing them or what, but it was really gross.
Tastes very salty to me.
You could taste that it was 2 different people.
Salty.
And also they never flushed the toilet during the entire stay, so that it got all like gross.
Rita, is all this accurate?
Oh, and
No, it is not. I actually stayed. So what happened was,
Tell me your side of the
drove up.
story now.
I drove up to the building, and when I saw that the building was being repaired, and I saw that there was, and that's when I took the video, and I saw
It's
that
just-
there was some gallons of paint
we
in
keep
the front
it in
of
good
the house.
repair for you.
It's just a
Can
little,
she-
a
can-
yeah,
little.
ma'am. I mean,
finishing
would you not have
touches.
complained if the building needed repairs and we didn't do them? Wouldn't that make you complain as well? Like we really can't. We can't win here.
Would you please let me speak now?
Yes,
I've
I
given
apologize.
you an
Everybody,
opportunity.
Goodness, this is
Would you please
let
I mean, it
Rita
wasn't
talk.
the maintenance that you're talking about. We were just removing the last of the asbestos. That's all we were
You
doing.
were removing asbestos. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you've confirmed that at least that there was asbestos removal, and there's no I don't have a problem with that. Again, I
That's good.
don't have a problem with a property undergoing renovation. I'm 63 years old.
What was your problem?
And
It's
the
not very
apartment
old.
is upstairs. When I looked at the steps in the
Mhm.
front, and obviously you were scraping the paint off, I decided not to even go into the building.
Oh,
I
see, she
turned
changed
around.
story. She changed story. She say I no give code, and now she
it
say she
mu-
had code. She no go in.
Ma'am,
She
we were-
changed.
Ma'am,
we were-
would you please let me speak?
Ladies,
We
please.
were waiting for
Ladies,
you.
ladies.
We were waiting for you.
Ladies, if you could both shut up
Ma'am?
when a man is speaking. Thank you. Just to let
Sorry,
you know,
sir.
ma'am,
Sorry.
we were
Excuse
ordered by the city to remove that paint. That was lead-based paint, okay? And because of recent
I
laws
know
that came
that.
into effect, we had to scrape off the lead-based paint and the
And
asbestos.
that's okay.
We make safe for you.
And we
That's
also,
okay.
for your information, ma'am, had a serious bedbug infestation that we were dealing with. Okay, so
We make safe clean for you.
yeah.
Okay, so do you hear all the things that you've told me? I wish I
Duh.
would have been told before I drove up to the building.
I sent you a message. I
I
tell you
obviously-
everything. You change your story too many times.
Let her talk. Let her
Ma'am,
talk.
everything that you have sent
Don't
me
ma'am
is
me.
in writing. Everything you have sent me, we have it in writing.
Exactly.
There's documentation of everything that you have sent me. So my class, my yoga class, that now I have lost my yoga license because the owners of the building are going to
Forget
retract
about
my license.
yoga is
Oh,
irrelevant.
So
Yoga
hi,
is
ma'am,
irrelevant.
Hold on about that.
Ma'am,
Hold on
this
a
is,
minute.
ma'am,
Hold
no,
on.
listen,
Both
this
women,
is,
shut
Excuse
up!
me.
Listen,
Both of you shut the
listen.
hell up!
I don't think anyone ever went to
Ma'am.
prison for doing unlicensed yoga, okay? You'll be all right.
No, that's a different story, and it's none of your concern. I have to deal with that. So I took the video, got back in my car. It was already about 1:30. My classes were starting at 2:00. I called my husband, and he booked
What
us
has this
a
got to do with
hotel
anything?
room at the Fairfield in Marlborough. I have all the receipts that my
This
husband
has nothing
and
to do with what we're talking
him
about, is it?
and
So we're
I-
getting
I'm
further away
trying
from the fucking topic.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm trying to establish a timeline of all the damage you did in the property. So let's start with the first thing. So
Get the husband.
let me ask you.
I did not go into.
Let me ask you this.
How
So
could I do damage
what
into
time?
a property that I did not go
What
into?
time did you get it in the property? What time was it?
I never went into the property.
What time you were at the
I
front
didn't even go
steps?
up the steps.
Okay,
So
what
are
time?
you, wait a minute.
1:30.
Are you saying that only her husband was in
1:30.
there?
No, my husband was not there either. My husband.
you get him
was
on the
Cape
phone now.
Cod.
Get the husband.
Who was in there
the
then?
phone.
You're pretending
hus-
you rented an Airbnb, but you're pretending that you didn't go there. Is that what you're telling us?
This is impossible.
No, I told you I came up to the building, and when I saw that it was undergoing renovation, I chose not to stay there.
But you admit I sent code, right?
So the way the specimen looks,
I do not
cleaner guy.
remember having the code.
Would you say she defecated 1:30 at that day?
Yeah, I actually, my brother works in a police testing lab, so I had the sample sent away.
Okay, fantastic.
So
If you have the samples, I am willing to do a
You
DNA
get the
test.
husband on the phone now.
We're gonna need to take a sample of your poop.
Yeah.
I will have to get an attorney. We will get an attorney, and I will gladly, through an attorney, provide a sample
Good.
of DNA to you
Good.
to prove that is not that does not belong to me. But I would need to talk to an attorney. I did not enter the building. My husband never entered the building. I actually was at the yoga studio at 2:00. Actually, I got there a little earlier.
What is the yoga studio got to do with the property?
Yeah,
That's your personal
going on
business.
about
We
this
don't
yoga
care about
fucking-
the yoga
we
studio.
don't care about the whole yoga thing. I don't know what you're on about.
It has to do. It has to
Nothing
do with
to do
your
with it.
property because I
No.
was in town so that I could go to yoga.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't
you
matter.
went.
It
Staying
doesn't
in town
matter.
So I could go to
You
yoga.
went into the property after yoga. I don't know. That's your problem when you went in there.
No, I did not, sir. I went into the hotel. We stayed at the Fairfield Inn in Marlborough.
So you went to the property before you went to the hotel.
You
Okay.
get the husband
No,
on the
sir.
phone. I don't believe this.
No, sir.
Ma'am, let me put it bluntly.
I was too tired
Nobody
to go into the
gives a
property.
fuck why you were in town. Nobody cares. We only care about what you did to our precious property here.
I did not do
We only
anything
care
to your
about the
property.
poop.
And the poop. Yeah, we need the poop.
And the semen.
Without you going to an attorney to ask me for this, I'm not going to do. This is the craziest thing I've ever
Well,
heard.
there would be the
Let me see if I
semen
can
and the
Let me see if I
defecation.
can find
Ma'am,
my
it's
husband.
quite
and
simple,
I am
ma'am.
going
We
to
don't-
terminate. I am going.
No.
Get the husband on the telephone.
Yeah, we need the husband in here. We're gonna.
No, you get
Can
him,
you
and then
can you
we,
patch your husband into the phone call, ma'am?
We're gonna have
and
to
we
come
know
over
we
there.
ended
And,
here.
we're gonna have to come over there and retrieve a sample of his semen right now.
If he confirms what you say, we
No,
can
sir.
get the husband, and then if he confirms what you say, we say okay.
Okay.
But without him, no good.
Yeah, but let's see if we can get the husband on the phone.
Get him on the phone to say, and then we can say okay. Get him to
I'm gonna
confirm
get
what
my
you
husband
say.
on the phone, and then I am going to terminate this call.
No, if
Right.
he confirm what we say, we can close this. I'd
Get
like
the
to
hu-
have him repeat what you say. Validate.
Let's see if the
Okay,
story
quiet,
checks
okay,
out. Okay,
quiet.
quiet women.
Okay, honey bun.
Rita, put your husband on the phone.
If you give me a minute, I will retrieve my husband. He was in a meeting, and I just asked him to leave a meeting.
I will. I do have a 78 line system here. If you provide me with the phone number, I can do that real quick.
Yeah, let's pull him
My
out of the
husband
meeting.
is on a conference call right now, and I have just asked him to come to this phone call.
Tell him to come here fast. It's very important business we have to
Joe,
take
you
care
need
of.
to hear this. I'm on the owners of the husband. They are claiming that I defecated in front of their door. They are claiming that I left drugs in the apartment. They are claiming that we had a wild sex party. They are claiming that we destroyed their property. My husband is here.
Wow.
Who am I speaking with? Please identify yourself.
My name is Alex and my wife is Anastasia.
Lisa.
And who else is on the line?
It's my maintenance cleaner guy, Cronaton.
Chronothin.
By the way, the building is owned by Michelle Grasso.
Yeah, so we weren't even in there. So what's going on?
I can barely hear you guys. I don't know if you put me on a speakerphone, but I could barely understand anything you say.
Come here to the phone, Jose.
Okay. Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Jose Vasquez is my name.
Jose.
And your name, sir?
Okay, Jose. And would you confirm all the accusation that what your wife did in the property over there? What are you doing?
Hello.
Yes,
Are
hello.
you there? Yes.
Are you there?
I'm here, Jose Vasquez. And your name, sir?
This is Alex.
Alex what?
Alex Haktu. My last name is Haktu.
How do you spell your last name, Paktu?
The way you hear it, same way you hear it.
Factu?
Correct.
Okay.
So tell me in your own words what the problem is. What happened at that property?
Nothing happened at that
Give me a
property.
timeline about all the incidents that happened.
My wife was going to check in, and she was never given a code, and she didn't get any further than going to the.
I gave her the code. I gave her the code.
Well, the story.
parking lot.
So the story doesn't add up. So the lady said she got there, she realized it was having renovations, and she left. But the man says she got there and didn't have a code, and so she left. So which one is it?
It's both.
It's
How is it both? How is it both?
Obviously, these people are lying over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
and
The
they just
story
go
doesn't check out at all.
It's both. I didn't have a code that I could give
Okay,
my husband.
who is speaking? Because there's multiple people on this telephone.
We're all here.
What is with
Alex,
this guy
back
playing?
to-
Why is this guy playing dumb all of a sudden? He's been on a conference call for 5 minutes, and now he's going, "Who is speaking? What is happening?" You can drop the act, sir. Okay, you're a grown man.
A favor, sir, and be more respectful. And I
Shut
think
your
that
whore
if you
mouth. Let the men
are
speak.
going to an attorney. I have no. That's supposedly the maintenance guy that supposedly found semen.
So you need to shut her up somehow. It's ridiculous. It's like a siren. We're trying to have an adult conversation. And every time we do this,
There they go.
bitch pipes in.
Oh my god. How the fuck you gonna stay on the phone for that long?
We told her to shut up so many
how she
times.
like totally is like the yoga studio lady owns it. Oh my god!
Shut your whore mouth, madam.